Welcome back to Aging is for Everyone. Spring is here and it's time to get out and about and time to go tour some of those beautiful places here in Buffalo. One of those most beautiful places is Forest Lawn, and here to tell us about it is Sandra Starks, who is the Interpretive Program Director for Forest Lawn. Welcome, Sandy.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
It's so great to have you here. I mean, Forest Lawn really is a treasure. And before we get started, though, tell us where Forest Lawn is located for those folks who may not be familiar with it.
Well, we're very happy to be in the heart of the city of Buffalo. We're right on the corner of Delaware and Delavan Avenue. Our Main Street gate, you can enter it that way, right on Main and Delavan, and it's a fabulous place. Since 1849, we have been the home to all the Buffalonians. That's where they have achieved eternal rest, and to Buffalonians of every race, creed, and color. They have come there, and in a beautiful, wonderful surrounding.
Right, right. I know when you go through Forest Lawn, you see the names of streets and things like that. And
businesses.
Those are those folks.
Exactly. It makes it really a lot of fun.
And it is a beautiful place. Tell us, you have these Sunday in the Cemetery tours, and those are very popular. Tell us a little bit about that and what's coming up for this season.
Oh, that's great. Well, this is coming into our 17th season, and we're very pleased to have our trolley tours back again. Last year, as a matter of fact, we got a trolley from the Cummings Foundation, and so now we have this wonderful vehicle that's very nostalgic that takes people through. It's climate controlled, which is great, and we even have some handicap spots. So if people call and they're handicapped, it's wheelchair accessible, it has a lift on it, but we have to know ahead of time. And we can tour the cemetery. We do walking tours also.
Right.
We have our basic history tour, and this year we're starting June 17th, and we're starting it on Father's Day with the Civil War tour.
Oh, great.
And those have been popular. We do those twice during the season too. And then also on Sundays we have a walking tour for those that are a little bit more adventurous. The tours take about 2.5 hours, and the highlight of those Sunday tours is the fact that we have some of our permanent residents. They pop up and say hello.
Okay.
And they themselves tell them a little bit about their lives. So it's a lot of fun. You learn a lot. It's very educational, and of course you get to enjoy the beautiful landscape that's there.
Right.
We're Western New York's largest arboretum, and so you get to enjoy the beautiful trees. There's many varieties of trees. Tours are very popular in the fall because of the change in the colors of the trees. So every season is beautiful there.
Right. Just quickly, tell me some of the folks that pop up.
Oh, who pop up?
Yeah.
Well, Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States. He's known to come and say hello. George Norman Pierce.
Okay.
He founded the Pierce Arrow Motor Car Company.
Okay.
And he had a very interesting life. So you get to know a little bit about some of his accomplishments and achievements. Who else? Oh, the woman who started Flag Day, a Buffalo school teacher. She's there telling her story and the Pledge of Allegiance, how she started that in the Buffalo classrooms. Wonderful. So we have quite a few characters on the Civil War tour. Also, we have a couple, a priest, we have a pastor of a Civil War soldier come on board and talk about what they encountered during the war itself.
Great.
So it's very hands-on and very educational.
Just to make it a little bit more interesting than just a tour, kind of getting that hands-on, like you said.
Well, you said it, the hands-on stuff, because we're slowly going and coming into being more of an educational laboratory.
Right.
Next fall, we're opening up a new genealogy center, an archive center, where folks that are doing genealogy work can come and go through our archives and do work there. So that's very exciting. So it gives a lot of opportunities to learn and also maybe even get some exercise if you walk along and have a good
Exactly. Now you have programs in the Forest Lawn Chapel. Tell me a little bit about
Yes, a few years ago, the chapel was there, and we said, why not utilize it? So we've started with a concert lecture series where I try to tie in music with a certain subject, and it's been very successful. This year we had genealogy classes in there where people, beginners, can learn how to start on their journey to do their family trees. Great. And then also concerts. Those are some of the other things that we've been doing too.
Sounds good. Now I know that some people people may not be able to come to you, but you go out to them with the Speakers Bureau.
Yes,
Tell me
and
about
that's
your
a lot of
Speakers Bureau.
fun. Well, it gives me an opportunity to talk about Forest Lawn to groups. I'm sort of hot on the garden club scene because
Yeah.
I do one right now on the women in gardens of Forest Lawn,
Oh, okay.
talking about the accomplishments of women who did things a long time ago when it wasn't really popular.
Right.
And then I also showcase the landscape because it's beautiful there with the rolling hills and the lakes and the streams and the flowers.
Right, right.
Yes, and also a real popular one is on cemetery symbolism.
Okay.
That's been really well received. People enjoy hearing about, they come through and often wonder, I wonder what that is on a stone.
Right.
And so I'm able to talk to them and let them know what these symbols mean or
Right.
whatever. And it's a great way to sort of showcase some of the more unusual things people put on their headstones,
Okay.
which is sort of fun.
Yeah, because you walk through and you see the same symbols and you kind of wonder, what does that mean?
Yeah,
So that's great.
And even like the epitaphs, the sayings that people put on there, you know, some are prose, some are scriptures, some is Shakespeare, and some just tell you a little bit about their life.
Right.
Matter of fact, there's one woman, her name is Amaryllis Jones, and under her name it says, I told you I was sick. So
That's great.
it is. So that's the fun part of it. You really get to look up close and personal
Right.
and really explore, and you can almost, in some cases, know someone's story by their headstone. So it's
Right.
fascinating.
It is fascinating.
That's why I love my job. I
Yeah.
learn something new every day, and we have about 160,000 residents there at Forest Lawn. So, and everyone has a story.
Everyone
so
does have a story. Great.
I'm learning those stories and telling them.
You're there to tell them. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
it's been a
so
lot
how
of
can
fun.
our viewers get more information about your tours and about what's going on? If they
Well,
wanna
you
come
can
out?
contact Forest Lawn. We have a website, forest-lawn.com. Make sure you put that dash
Yeah.
in there. And also our phone number is 885-1600.
Okay.
And they can ask for me personally, and I'd be happy to tell them about our tours or the different opportunities that are out there. I just want to make sure our War of 1812 tour was very popular last year.
Right.
We'll be doing this for 2 more years, and people say, well, why are you doing a tour on the War of 1812? Well, before it was a cemetery, a lot happened
Right.
there on our property, so we have a lot to tell, which is great.
Right, right. Yeah, you're right kind of in the middle of what was going on.
And new this year is our twilight tours.
Okay.
Where you come in at night, close the gates, and we give you a tour of the cemetery at night.
Great.
So that'll be fun too.
That sounds exciting.
It is.
Great.
It is.
And people can get more information on your website.
Exactly.
And also by calling.
Come celebrate life at Forest Lawn.
That sounds terrific. Thank you for being with us.
Oh,
Sandy.
my pleasure. This has
Appreciate
been
it.
wonderful.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
We will be right back with more Aging is for Everyone.
Voila.